You are now in the Black Box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's
go! Listen.
Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smackwood and that Hustle. Big shout out to my SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. As usual, we have some very interesting content on the menu. However, it's some sad content. And I tapped into this young lady's channel, man. I don't know. I might have to. Every story is about a young lady seemingly that just lost her life in a horrible, tragic way. It's kind of depressing. But we still want to highlight the loss of this precious life. We got a mother of two. Lost her life in the McDonald's drive-thru. So let's see what she's been up to with no further ado.
Hey, Bubba.
You already know what I'm going to say. Y'all like to take the most beautiful queens from us. She's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. That's what Lil' Kim used to look like.
Say hey.
Officers found the one person dead and another suspect injured from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Names haven't been released yet, and investigators are still working to figure out what happened. The suspect was taken to the hospital receiving medical care, but his conditions is unknown at this time. The police chief says this was an isolated incident.
At just 25 years old, Kiana Jackson was a vibrant young woman whose presence could light up any room. Known for her infectious laughter, warm spirit, and radiant smile, she had a way of making people feel at ease and welcomed. Her sense of humor was unmatched. She could lift your spirits with just a few words and leave you laughing for hours. But beyond her joyful personality, Kiana was a deeply loving and devoted mother to her two beautiful children, who were truly the center of her universe. There was nothing she wouldn't do to ensure they were happy, healthy, and never went without. She was endlessly proud of them and never missed an opportunity to show them off, whether in photos, conversations, or social media posts. Being their mom was her greatest joy and accomplishment. Originally from Memphis, Tennessee, Kiana had roots in a strong and supportive family. She graduated from Pearl High School and went on to study at Hines Community College, always pushing herself forward despite life's challenges. Although she became a mother at a young age, her family stood firmly by her side, offering unconditional love and support. That foundation helped Kiana grow into the determined, nurturing woman she was becoming. Kiana was also making plans to further her education and pursue a career in nursing, proof of her drive not only to build a better future for herself, but to provide even more stability and inspiration for her children. She dreamed big, and she was taking steps toward those dreams. Life was moving in a positive direction for Kiana. Her children were thriving, and she was carving out a stable life for herself and her family. She was employed at a local McDonald's, where she was known for her work ethic and positive attitude. As she did so many times before, she headed to work, clocked in, and began her shift with a smile on her face and purpose in her heart. Tragically, what should have been just another ordinary day turned out to be her last. At approximately 7 p.m. on June 17th, officers with the Brandon Police Department were dispatched to the McDonald's located at 132 Stribling Lane following reports of a shooting that occurred at the drive-thru window. Upon arriving at the scene, responding officers encountered a chaotic and distressing situation. Inside the restaurant, they discovered an adult female employee, unresponsive, suffering from what appeared to be a gunshot wound. Emergency medical personnel were immediately called to the scene as authorities began securing the area and initiating an investigation.
normal day here at the McDonald's drive-thru turned out to be a deadly one. And right now, there are still more questions than answers when it comes to what actually happened here. Now, here's what we know so far. Brandon police say they were called to the restaurant just after 6:30 p.m. After receiving calls of a shooting. After arriving at the scene, investigators found one person dead from a gunshot wound.
The victim was identified as 25-year-old Kiana Jackson, who was tragically pronounced dead at the scene despite the life-saving efforts of first responders. The suspect was quickly identified as 27-year-old John Terrace Dampier, the father of Kiana's 2 young children. Dampier was also shot.
She do take some beautiful pictures, that's one thing.
During the incident and was transported to a nearby hospital in critical condition. He succumbed to his injuries and passed away a few days later. What makes this tragedy even more devastating is that it occurred just 3 days after both Kiana and Dampier had attended their daughter's preschool graduation, a joyful milestone that should have been a cherished memory for their family. News of the tragedy spread rapidly, leaving Kiana's loved ones reeling, shocked, heartbroken, confused, and angry. How could something so senseless happen? And why her? Someone so full of life, love, and promise. The questions echo, but answers remain painfully out of reach. A Facebook post made by a close friend offered some insight as to a possible motive for the shooting. It stated, "Rest in peace, Kiana Jackson. I can't stop thinking about you tonight. You and your babies didn't deserve any of this pain. It breaks my heart. JT was jealous of your light from the beginning. You had a glow, a purpose, and a kind of strength that not everyone understands or can handle. Kiana had one of the most supportive, loving families I've ever seen, and no matter what challenges she faced, she stood tall in the light of that love. JT's brokenness goes way back. He was known to come from a broken family since high school days. He thought that by getting her pregnant, he could bring her down, dim her."
I don't know how she drew that conclusion. I guess. Usually they say they try to do that to well, maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. That makes sense. That could be a narcissist toxic trait or action. That makes sense. My bad.
Shine, maybe even break her spirit. But the Kiana I knew, she loved children, and when God gave her her own, she embraced motherhood with grace and pride. She poured her whole heart into raising those babies. He wanted her joy, her spirit, her life, and in his selfishness, he tried to take it all from her. He wanted the life she was living. He was truly jealous of her. But here's the thing. True light like Kiana's doesn't die. It doesn't disappear. It rises. She was divine, and no amount of darkness can ever take that away. While Kiana is rising into peace and glory, the one who took her will answer for his actions. Nothing can justify what he did.
Yeah, well, no, you can't justify. He's a cold piece of shit. Insecure cloward. Oh, my mama.
You're so beautiful, Kiana, inside and out. You inspire people just by being yourself. Your light lives on through your children, through the love your family shares, and through everyone who had the blessing of knowing you. Fly high, Queen. You'll never be forgotten. A raw and heartfelt Facebook post stated the following: "I'm still in shock. I just met this sweet young woman at the park on Monday evening, just moments before the unthinkable happened. Our kids played together so effortlessly, like they'd known each other forever. She introduced herself as Kiana Jackson and asked if we could exchange numbers so the kids could have more play dates. Of course, I said yes. She was so warm and kind. She told me she was 25 and thinking about going back to school to study nursing. After we chatted, she mentioned that they were heading to get something to eat. My niece begged to go with them, but I said no because we had other things to do. Just 5 minutes later, she was gone. I still can't wrap my head around it. She was so sweet, and her 2 little ones were absolutely precious. My car door wasn't closing properly, so I was delayed leaving the park. When I finally drove past the McDonald's and saw the flashing lights, I had no idea that what had happened involved her. Lord, please cover her children and her family in this time of unimaginable loss. Kiana's memory. This was such a sudden, tragic loss, and she leaves behind 2 young children who will now grow up without their mother. If you can, please consider donating or sharing. Every little bit helps. The family is asking for help to cover funeral and burial costs, including the service, and anything left over will go to a trust fund for her children. This wasn't just a headline. This was Kiana's life, and now her family is left to bury their daughter because she showed up to work. She didn't deserve this. No one does. Innocent lives are being taken in places we should feel safe by people who are supposed to care, and it's happening far too often.
Residents here tell me tonight that they are in shock. They also tell me that this kind of thing doesn't happen in Brandon. According to the Brandon Police Department, officers were called to the McDonald's just before 7. When they arrived, they found Kiana Jackson had been shot and killed. The suspect was taken to the hospital from a self-inflicted gunshot. Longtime Brandon resident Trisha Hayes says Brandon is normally a safe area.
I've never heard anyone to this extent. I mean, there's been other things, but it's a pretty quiet, pretty safe area. I've been here for 16 years and never heard anything to this extent.
One resident says this sort of violence shows the kind of times we are living in.
It's very uncommon for this area to have that type of violent crime. But, it's unfortunate. It's a little indicative of the times that we live in.
They're going to let all white people talk about how this is rare around here. And look who the culprit is. They couldn't get no black folks to say they ain't used to this type of crime. That's crazy.
And sad for the family, prayers to the family, of course, and those that are involved.
Jealousy and unresolved pain can turn dangerous when left unchecked, but true light, like Kiana's, cannot be dimmed by hate. Kiana's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the importance of recognizing red flags in relationships, supporting one another through life's challenges, and cherishing those who radiate love, strength, and positivity. It's also a call to protect and uplift women, especially those who are trying to better their lives and raise their children with love and purpose. The world lost a beautiful soul far too soon, one whose light and love will be remembered by all who knew her. Rest in peace, Kiana Jackson.
Yeah, we're going to have to give her some space in between pulling up on her channel, Black Girl Unlost, because it seems like her whole channel is dedicated to depressing stories of black females losing their life. But I couldn't help but notice they said they had just left preschool graduation. So on my way up out of here, I'm going to leave y'all with the last preschool graduation I went to for my grandbaby, Jeter.
Congratulations, grandbaby. Paw, paw, poo, poo.
Winter Kadura. Thank you, Mommy, for letting me go to my Papa's house. And Daddy for letting me say I love you when I talk to you on the phone. Papa for letting me come over your house and watch your phone. Amber for giving me snacks and being kind and playing games with me and sharing. Harmony for letting me share with your stuff and for having a good time with me and letting me play with you. Bryson for playing with me.
I love you, Winter! I love you, Winter!
Oh, you did it! You did it!
I love you, all of you!
I'm so proud of you, baby. Oh, why you crying? Don't cry, baby. Oh, I love you. Don't cry, baby. Papa's so proud of you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Oh, you sang all your songs, you said all your parts, you knew all your words. And thank you for saying that message to me.
Granny Ebony came too.
Well, say hi to your Granny Ebony. I love you.
Your uncle.
You want to go with me? Okay, baby.
Nigga that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, cuz. Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crazy.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. Like Eastside millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!